because laughing is so
Laughing is
important.
medicine.
It's medicine, 100%. And we
Yes.
do,
We laugh our asses off.
where our like,
I at least like, here's like a midlife,
yeah, tell
like,
me.
realization is that every time we're together, and especially like late night, like you make me pee my pants.
I love it.
I pee. I'm like, all right, and now I gotta like change my underwear now.
Like we gotta wear Depends.
God, Samantha B. Hello.
Welcome to the full vagine.
Welcome to the Full Vagine and Tipsy Tuesday.
Tipsy Tuesday.
Yeah,
Chocolatini, I got
where the
more.
you got your chocolatini.
Yes, I'm like addicted to them when we do these episodes. I don't know why,
I
but
know, right? And
it's like
I have my beer actually today.
Philly's beer.
Yeah, a little hazy IPA.
I love it. And I had to
Bring
get
some.
Doritos because it disappeared again.
Are you serious?
The
My
gallon.
God.
And it's not me. I don't even drink during the week. It's not me. But anyway, so
So we're here
anyway,
with some real fun conversations about life, right?
yes, yes. What we do. Like what do
I
we
know.
do? Right? So
Yeah,
do you
what
want me to
happens to
start?
us?
Because I have a funny story. And I do feel
Okay.
like, well, I hope people can relate to it. So I'm not an asshole. Or I don't feel
Yeah.
like an asshole. So I guess it was at least a month and a half ago. And when I had that bad allergic reaction to some
Oh
protein,
yeah, on your face.
my face
Uh-huh.
swelled up like nobody's business. So I think it was like a couple days later, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna call an allergist. Obviously, I have an allergy to something and I have no idea what it is. So I called, made an appointment for it was for Monday or Tuesday of this week. And in yeah, Monday. And in my calendar, I have allergist 11:45. So I'm
Yeah.
like closer to, I'm like, I don't where the like what allergist? Where the fuck am I going? I don't it doesn't have an address in my calendar, nothing. And it was like a month and a half ago. So the morning of, I called the only four or three or four allergists in our area, like between
Uh-huh.
Yardley and Newtown, and none of them had me in. So to this day, I have no idea. I never went. I didn't go. And nobody even called to be like, you never showed up. Like nothing. I have no idea where. I have no idea where.
You're like, I didn't even know where to go.
I didn't know where to go. And then finally the woman was like, the one woman was so nice. She goes, listen, I've been there. Cause I was just
Mhm.
honest with her. I'm like, look, I'm just gonna flat out be honest with you. I have no idea what the hell I did or booked it with. And she goes, listen, I have another date open in like 2 weeks. So if you can't find who you made an appointment with, just call back and I'll put
You
you in. And she
like
did.
you're
She
like,
did.
was that like perimenopause? Like when you blank out, like totally, you're like, I just walked in this room and I don't know why.
Right. It was like, why didn't I put the address? Like Doctor Who? Nothing. Nothing
Doctor Who.
anywhere. Like it was, and I'm like, oh my God, this is it. So I'm hoping that people have maybe had that happen too before,
Yeah.
because I
I mean,
totally.
it sounds like very typical of like the brain fog of like
Mhm,
this
mhm.
time of life where you like oftentimes I just walk in a room, I know I went to get something, and then I just walk back to where I was and I try to retrace my steps.
And it doesn't, like, sometimes it happens, sometimes you do, like, sometimes it doesn't. But like,
Mm-hmm.
I definitely have done that before. I just did it the other night. I was thinking in the gym and then I came upstairs to do something and I was like, Marley, what did I come up here for? She's like, I don't know, you didn't say. And I'm like, shit, went back down, remembered, had to come back up. But yeah, it was just crazy. So if I don't put things in my notes, I do not remember them. Like
Yeah.
the notes in your phone?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I have to, or I have to write them down. Like, and I'm like,
Yeah.
why is that starting? Why?
I know that's yeah, I'm with you. Like I feel like I used to have a memory of like steel,
Mm-hmm.
but now I'm just like it's like I walk around like stoned all the time. I don't know.
Yes.
And then even like when I lose words, like I was with Karen today at the gym when Jen and I was like she was like trying to say something and she was like couldn't find the words and I'm like,
Like,
we're like, I see you. I
right?
see you, man. I know what you're talking about.
Got you. I got you, girl. Like that's it.
Yeah.
I know. Well, that's what's great
Uh-huh.
when you do get around your group of friends or when you are around girls. They can fill it in though. Like what you can't, they do, and what they can't, you do. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like you fill in for
Yeah.
each other. You're like, oh, I know what I yeah, I got you. You know.
I know. And it's like annoying now. We all just be like, fucking perimenopause.
Yeah, it's fucked up, dude.
You're not, everybody's like, stop.
Right, right.
Understand. It's a big deal.
It's brutal.
Going through reverse puberty.
Right. However, I got to tell you though, I mean, I don't, you know, my husband doesn't want me talking about him and stuff, but he feels like he is not having his sharp memory either. And he is like, you know,
Oh,
like how you were saying you were like an elephant, you remember shit all the time. He will one time he woke me up in the middle of the night. He's like, "Babe, are you up?" And I'm like a light sleeper. So I'm like, "Yeah," even though I wasn't. He's like, do you remember so and so, such and such? Like he couldn't sleep until he figured it
until
out.
he like figured it out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
Like
it's like a just middle age everybody,
it
right?
could be. It definitely could be. You know, you don't want to hear that, but that's why I play my word games because supposedly that helps.
Oh my God. I literally every night, that's what I do. Play my word games while I try to like pretend like I'm watching something and like
Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah.
played like I'm a game. I'm seriously on my word. This one I only play one. I'm on like something like almost 1,000 like 700 something.
That's awesome. That's great because you just keep playing it. Like, I mean, supposedly it helps. Let's see. Let's hope.
And
You know?
it's just like kind of like clears your mind for the night. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. So Jeff, he calls me an old lady, but like at night I have this. I don't know if it's like a sick thing, but anyway, it's a routine. I shouldn't call it a sick.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
As soon as I get in bed, I have to play solitaire until I win.
Uh-huh.
And then I do two crossword puzzles, and then I do two of my like this block game that I play, and then I can go to bed.
Oh
It's
my
like
God.
it's kind of sick. Like I have a schedule, and I can't.
No, you have like a schedule. But
Yes,
does it help you?
it
Like, do
definitely
you
does.
kind of
I
like
mean,
wind you down?
yes, it absolutely helps me. I really am not a person that, knock on wood, has trouble falling asleep anyway. But
I
it,
know you have like you're like my other friend, Nikki. She's like no, I
Nikki,
call her narcoleptic. I'm like I
like,
have to require like all this stuff and I have to be like sleeping and I have to like have this pill and like a melatonin. It has to be done at this time with the progesterone. And then I'm like, okay, then
right?
I still can't fall asleep.
That's you and Jeff. Like he has 16 pillows, like all
I
over.
know.
Yeah. I just have my one flat pillow done. She's in my legs, which is my dog.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, I should explain that. She's
Yeah.
like, you know, people be like, who's in your legs?
Lexi. Yeah, yes.
Lexi Lulu. And I don't move. Like that's it. But yeah, you guys, I know. But actually, yes, it does relax me too. And I do think it helps. It's just a nice routine, you know, that
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's like a routine, you know? I
yeah.
read like,
Yeah,
that's my routine before I go to bed.
yes, yeah.
But while I do the game all night and then I read.
I think you learn. I'm wondering if I should take up reading because I feel like you learn more with reading than these word
Well,
games.
I don't read like I read fiction books at night because I have no brain left.
Yeah, that's
So
true. That's true. But yeah,
I just read like, thrillers or like this Court of Thorn and Roses fantasy stuff, like
yeah.
or thrillers. I read the yeah,
So
whatever's like
that
entertaining.
does that calm your brain? Like, do you think that helps?
It does, yeah.
Yeah, right.
For me, it does.
Yeah.
I need like I can't go from like a screen to like bed.
Right, which is what I try to tell Jeff. I'm like, okay, you have to put your phone down. And I think I read this
Yeah.
right
They
where
say at least an hour or two supposedly before.
that's what I was going to say. I read that. I'm not an expert, but
Yeah.
yes, I heard like an hour before and no TV, right? Doesn't that like
Hmm.
isn't now now listen, some people will argue with you and be like, I have to sleep with the TV on and it makes me fall asleep. So there's some people out there,
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think,
you know,
yeah, it's different for
definitely
everybody, you know?
it really is. It's different for
Yeah.
everybody. I can fall asleep, but I can wake up if someone just cracks the floor.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm a light sleeper.
Uh-huh.
unless I'm drinking Tito's and then I'm out, like
But then you're like,
like,
yeah,
the
you'll wake
rough
up.
nights where, although where you do wake up and you're like, I just had a fucking awesome night's sleep. And maybe it was because of alcohol, but like, dead, like,
Every once in a while you have that and you wake up and you're like, just happened.
right? Yeah.
I think the last time I was conscious was last night, like
Like, I just,
before midnight,
yes, I just had a great night's sleep of like complete interrupted 8 hours of sleep.
right? Doesn't happen
Yeah.
very often. Yes. So what's a good,
What's next?
tell me like a little bit about let's talk about what any stories, like weird moments or mistakes or any ridiculous things that have happened to you now or in the past?
I can't get into the mistakes in the past. That'll take the whole fucking show. But
Mhm.
oh yeah, well I think just being a mom, I feel like you go through so many mistakes. You know what I mean?
Oh
Like
yeah, it's like a daily.
it's a daily thing where I'm just like, yeah, sorry about that. Like I didn't mean it that way. Like I just meant,
Yeah.
like
I say sorry to you a lot.
I do too. But isn't that different? Well, I don't know. And no offense to my mom, I think this is just how they grew up, but they didn't really say sorry.
Yeah.
I don't remember them saying sorry.
No, that wasn't a thing then.
No, I think it was just like you're this is it and that's it and
Right.
you don't,
Yeah, like you're like,
you know.
I am, this is what I said, this is what it is, like boom, I was
Right.
like, we need like to go kind of maybe a nice like middle medium between that and like,
Like
kind of
respecting and yeah, right?
yeah, like mutual respect.
Yeah, so tell me yours. You do you have one where you're like, "Oh no, why did I do that?"
Oh
Not
my
like
God.
regrets, because right, like we're not supposed to have regrets, but just like mistakes where you're like, "Oh my God."
Like a really where you're just like a really I I don't know. I mean, I
I
feel
think
like everything kind of leads into everything else and there really are no mistakes, you know what I mean, in life.
right, like and I
But
think the older you get, I feel like it is like sometimes less mistakes, right? That you're because
because you have more life experience, right?
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I can think of, like I was saying before, a ton of mistakes or things, maybe shouldn't have done, like in my past. But, and then, yeah, like I said, motherhood, like when we had put it this way, we had a baby shower, right? And
Mm.
for my cousin, she's the sweetest thing. Her name is Brenna. She won't care if I say her name. And she looks adorable with her little baby bump. And it's her first one. It's her
Uh-huh.
first baby. And on the thing, which was great, it was a little raffle and you had to put like advice, parenting advice.
Yeah.
And the one advice I always remember from my mother in law is she was like, Tara, you just love them. You just
Yeah.
love them. She's like, I'm not saying it's the end all be all, it's the answer to everything, but just love them.
Yeah.
And so that's what I put. I'm like, you can't go wrong. You just love them, But there was other people that put great advice, like Megs put, my advice to you is don't listen to other people's advice.
Right. It's true. It's true. And don't think like that anyone has it figured out because
Exactly.
no one does.
No one does, right? And the way
Yeah.
you do it is different than what maybe somebody else does, and that's okay. Like it's all right.
Yeah.
We're all gonna fuck up at some point, some way. Nobody's
Right.
perfect, But
Right.
I thought that was cute.
I
And
love that.
it was Winnie the Pooh themed, which is my favorite. Oh my God, it was the cutest thing. I love it.
I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah. She's a cutie. She's a nurse. I think it
Yeah. I
Jeff.
remember when she,
Yeah, remember?
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, she's due May 22nd, 27th. I think she said
Oh,
May
wow.
27th. Yeah. But anyway, my point is, when you're gonna make mistakes
You mistakes every day,
every day,
I know.
So
Right.
that's
Like
it.
I could say I like mistakenly bought like the wrong size in something.
And then don't return it.
I thought I was thinner than I really was.
I
I
just
like,
thought, yeah,
yeah.
I
I'm
know.
like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. Like I should have bought the size up.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Well, I got to a point, Kristen, recently where I was like, okay, this pant is tight, this pant is tight. I'm like, I think I was like literally refusing to buy the size up. I really do.
yeah,
So then I bought the size up and I was like, oh, these fit great. But like in my
yeah,
mind, I was like, no, no, no. Like you got to work it out. And I didn't. But anyway, I'm comfortable now. So it's fine. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Yeah. I was like,
Yes.
what I got to do. That's it.
Oh my gosh. So, what about like, was there a moment when, like, I feel like when you, and I have got stop saying but besides that, is like, middle age, right? Like that moment we were just like, fucking care. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, I don't
Mm,
exactly remember when it happened, like, but there was just transition into like me just kind of going from like suffering with stuff to like, fucking care.
I think for me, I remember feeling less caring about what people think and do after I
Uh-huh.
got married. And I felt like, because I think I felt like such a sense of security
Hmm.
and just like so much love from Jeff and like that. I was like, this is great. This is my world. I have
Right.
my friends, I have my family, and that was at age, we started dating like 25, 26. So around, for me, that was when it was around that age. I wish it was sooner, that I was more secure with
Uh-huh.
myself, but for me, that was one of the moments where I was like, oh, I don't have to care about anybody else. I got
Yeah.
everything I need right here. Like, this is it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, don't get me
Right.
wrong. I still care. I still feel like there's times where you still care about being left out or this and that. I don't think that will ever go away, but it's definitely less and less, way less,
Uh-huh.
you know,
Yeah.
high school and college and all
I
that.
just, I don't know. I just got to this point where I just don't give like a fuck what other people think or
Was it after you had Olive, do you think, or
no, it was
before
like
that?
very recently.
It was very recently. Okay, got you. Yeah, yeah.
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 I feel like, yeah, I mean, I walked around like just being like caring too much about,
I think we all do.
people's feelings and like, and you do still have, there is a balance, I think, between like I always say there's a balance between you and everyone else, right? Like I personally, right, like want to be able to like listen to myself and put myself first, but then also I love people. So
Yeah.
I also want to, be able to give like positive energy and like things and whatever to like others, right? Like and care about treating people well, being kind and inclusive and caring about others, you know?
And don't you think, like, not to interrupt you, but I think when you're choosing, if that's the right word, I don't know, or when different
Hmm.
people come into your life, you can choose if they are right for you, where they're
Right,
going to feel your positive energy and they're going to make you feel good. I think
right,
at this age we have the ability to choose that.
right, right, right.
And if we don't need you, like, goodbye. We have that power now, I feel like, when you get older, to be
Yeah.
like, yeah, I don't
Like
think,
curate your circle more. I know. We
yes,
were
right.
talking about that at the gym today because I like love people so much I would hang out with anybody, but then afterwards I'd be like,
Fuck.
not for me, like I wasn't discerning, and that's like a lesson for me, I feel like.
It is, but like you also handle it well, because I do think like you have the ability to know. Kind of maybe not immediately, but soon, where you're like, yeah, she's not. Yeah. They're not for me. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? I feel like you've got that where you're like, yeah, no. Mm-mm. It's not working out.
yeah, yeah. But I do think like this time of life, we're just our brains are being influenced by the like loss of hormones, right? Where we have to adapt and it is tough. But you also, I think, come less catering to others and more catering to yourself. You know
Oh,
what I mean? Less like caring about like make sure everyone's okay and like but then thinking like I have to actually like fill my cup. Like I said to my mom today, I go, I know when I now reach a point where on the weekends when I wake up and I'm like, all I want to do is like be in a hotel room where I wake up at noon and I
Mm-hmm.
put the TV on and I lay there by myself and watch TV and order like room service. When I hit that, that's like, I'm like, oh,
Right. But that's an okay selfishness.
yes, I need that. And like right before, I wouldn't even recognize it till I hit the wall.
Exactly. And that's okay though. And so, you know,
Mhm.
I think we've touched on this before. That's where I think girls' trips or whatever kind of trips, like you just went to Jamaica, you had a blast. Those kind of, I call them reset trips where
Right.
you reset yourself and come back.
Totally.
It can be, you know, some people can say it's a selfish thing. I don't really like that word.
No, 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 no.
It's a reset for you and your family and everybody around you.
Absolutely. Like if you don't fill your own cup, like you can't give anything to anybody else.
Exactly. And I feel like that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. And it doesn't have to
Uh-huh.
be a tropical island. It could be a trip to Seattle. It could be a trip to the Poconos. It could be because you know once you have your group, your tribe, you don't. It doesn't matter where you go. You have fun. You have a great time.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it doesn't have to be
Yeah.
an expensive place that you go to. It just is
Right.
being together with your tribe
Yeah.
and just
Yeah.
having fun. Like when we would go to Finger Lakes, it was amazing. Like we would go out one
Yeah.
day and then the rest of the time we were like in our PJs playing games. You
Right.
know?
I know. Like sometimes like taking your care of yourself and like filling your cup, whatever that might be, is really it's not as selfish. It's really for everyone else because then you have what you need like to give to others. Do you know what I mean? Like,
100%. Like, and
yeah,
that's what, like, Jeff goes on these guys' trips and stuff like that. And I never, that's the thing. We both never give each other any kind of slack or, you know, like, oh, you're going away.
right,
Because I know how important it is for me. And I know
right.
he feels that way too, where he does his Eagles road trips or he's going here, going there. And then for our trips, I feel like it's a reset for everybody.
Yep.
And everybody needs it at some point if you can. It may not be easy, but you know, it's I think it's definitely important. And sometimes you just need to go away and fucking drink and just be with your friends and just
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, totally. Or
Oh my
do
God.
whatever you like to do, like to,
Right?
with your people.
Your people. Because laughing is so
Laughing is
important.
medicine.
It's a medicine. 100%.
Yes. We laugh our asses off.
Where are like,
I at least like here's like a midlife
yeah, tell me.
realization is that every time we're together, and especially like late night, like you make me pee my pants.
I love it.
I'm like, all right, and now I gotta like change my underwear now.
Like we gotta wear Depends. We gotta wear Depends on that.
I feel
You
like
know?
I either, I don't know what I have to do, what I have to shove up there, but I was like, either I have to like make sure I empty my bladder every 5 minutes because you make me pee myself at the end of the night. Like whenever we have sleepovers, I'm like,
I love it. I love. We just
wet
had a
myself
great.
again.
We just had a great sleepover. That was so much fun with Megs and Melissa. You
We
know.
did. We went to a menopause comedian, Samantha B.
Thank you. I couldn't remember. Okay, Samantha B. Jeff was asking.
Yes,
I'm like, I don't know.
which was awesome.
Yes, our table was a 2x4, but we made it work.
It was. It was like a toothpick. Like,
Well, we ordered everything on the menu too because we were like hungry
yeah.
and it couldn't all fit.
Which I
But
still feel like I don't think I paid Megs. I have to pay Megs.
I think I do too. She said not to, but anyway, Kristen and I are like, so Megan and Melissa get a bottle of wine, so they're good. They're refilling. Well, Kristen and I got Tito's, and we didn't do a double the first one, so we're like,
Tits. As we say, if we say anything about tits, it's
oh yeah,
Tito's.
tits, Tito's. So
Yeah.
Chris and I are having the shakes because you know it's been 5 minutes, not even that we we didn't have another drink. Kristen's like, I'm going up, I'm going up, I'm gonna get us a double, and then she did come around, and then you
Yeah.
know, and
Oh
it was
my
very
God.
strong. It was good, but
It
anyway.
was good. Yeah. I feel like menopause is having its movement, its moment, its many moments. It was really fun.
Yeah, it was. It was great because she said a lot that you could definitely relate to, and I love that. Like she said
Yeah.
a lot of things that were happening to her that you're like, "Oh my God, you know, yes, I got you." You It was true.
Yes. So,
Definitely.
what other things, I guess, some tipsy truths that we could talk about?
Tipsy truths? Tippy
Tipsy.
Um, don't
How
take
about
too many,
like
don't take
this or that?
don't take too many laxatives at once. I learned that the hard way.
You're like, yeah, what have you learned the hard way?
Don't just let it go. Just let it, don't do it. Don't take too many laxatives. It's not worth it.
Oh my God. All right, so I'm gonna
All
do
right,
the
go ahead.
this or that questions. All right, you ready? Rapid fire.
Although we might have to take a break because I'm already out of that.
Oh, okay. Let's all go. We're gonna take a alcohol break and we will be right back.
We'll be right back. Yes.
Dude. I feel like she was playing like Jeopardy music.
This or that.
All right, yes. This is rapid fire, this or that.
We are back.
Okay,
And I'm out
let's
of breath
go.
because I had to like go up and down my
We
steps.
needed a refill.
And
We
that's
need a refill,
well, it's
huh?
always sad that you get out of breath when you're just walking up and down your steps.
Yeah,
Anyway,
it
okay, this or
happens.
that.
All right. All right, you ready? Early bird or night owl?
Night owl. Yeah. What about you?
Yeah. I like kind of not either.
You aren't. No offense. I
I
was
have
gonna
like this
say
like
you have to get up early, but if we're drinking, you definitely get up earlier than me. But you are not a night owl. 100%.
no,
You're at the ranch
no.
at some
I
point.
mean, even when we in our 20s, like I would go to bed at like midnight.
Always. Yep. Yeah.
I have to like lock the door so nobody assaulted me.
We still did though. We picked it.
Yeah. All right, chaos or control?
Hmm.
Chaos for me.
That's a great one. I think I'm okay. I think I'm more chaos too. Yeah, I don't like things that are like so. Is that what it means? Like
Yeah, so like schedule,
scheduled
routine,
and
like
rigid? No, yeah, that's not me.
yeah. Okay. Big party or deep convo? Both.
I can say both too because I like both.
Yes.
I like when it's not a big party and you get into a deep thought jam conversation, you know? But then I also like big parties. So yeah, I think I'm both.
Yeah. Like either or. It's not either or, it's both.
It's
Both
both.
and,
Yes.
right?
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, texting or voice notes? I feel like we do
We do both. Like the
both.
voice, like
We
Vox.
do the Vox.
Yeah. I would rather Vox than text.
Yeah. Because you get out more than what you really want to, you know?
Yeah. And because everybody knows I hate the phone. I'm not a phone person.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All
If you
right,
know me.
city life or country escape?
Both.
Both. I agree. I was with my cousin this weekend. I was saying like I love well, I love the city, obviously. I live here.
Yeah.
If I were in another like I wouldn't mind being around nature and quiet and
Yeah.
the ranch kind of thing. Yeah.
Right. Like, yes, I like the ranch here, but Jeff and I are also like maybe considering one day moving back to the city because we
Right.
like the city too. So, yeah, I'm definitely both. I could do both.
Plan it or wing it?
That
Both.
depends. That depends on certain things, right? Like certain things you
Yeah,
have to
right.
plan.
Right.
But like, if I'm away on vacation, I wing it. I don't want to have
Right.
plans. I don't even like having a spa scheduled like when I'm
Right.
away.
Right.
I just like to I'm a lazy vacationer just sitting out and if I want one then maybe I'll book it. But
Yeah.
and there's other times where you have to plan. Like I like to be planned.
Right, right. It's like you have to find the balance. I feel like a lot of this stuff is like, balance. Like you might buy like both of them, but
Yeah, yeah, there's a lot of
you
both.
know?
Yep.
All right. Midlife realness.
Hmm.
Botox or let it ride.
Botox, me, Botox.
Yeah.
Help this. Whatever you do, I do not want I don't want to look like, I had it done, but if you could do it where it doesn't look it, I'm game.
I know. I'm just not good at being consistent about it. Like I've done it, but then I like lose like I just lose it. Like I just
Yeah,
yeah.
you're definitely not consistent with it, but you look good. You don't need it, so you're good.
Yeah. Same. You're
I
beautiful.
have it, thanks.
All right, wine or water? Well, you don't like wine, so
Yeah, I
let's
don't
say
like
Tito's or water.
Tito's. Yeah.
Tito's.
Although I do drink like a shit ton of water, that's all I drink, really, if it's not, alcohol. Like I don't like soda or punch or juice or coffee.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm just a water girl. You do yours. You're good with your smoothies. That's what I need to do.
Yeah, that's where I get like all of my nutrients in. Like I pack my like fiber in there and like,
Your
you
protein.
know, yeah, like my fiber, my flax,
Mm-hmm.
my kefir. I'm trying to like, build up my microbiome as I, somewhat break it down with alcohol.
Yeah, you're good with that. I need to do more.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm a smoothie. Olivia has one for breakfast every morning.
That's great. Hayden used to, and it used to be the Carnation Instant Breakfast one.
Uh-huh.
And she was reading up on it, and she just felt, because I don't want to say anything bad about things, that she felt that making her own was a little bit better
Uh-huh.
because she could add more of her stuff in it. So she was doing that for a while. But it's a shame because she's limited. She can't have peanut butter, or peanuts. It's
What?
a lot
Yeah,
of it
because of
is,
the
yeah, with her allergy. But she was doing that for a while, and I think that's great, with the banana
yeah,
in it and all that. Yeah, it's good for you.
right?
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna get
know.
into that.
Yes. Spill your secrets or hear everyone else's first.
I like to listen to people. So I'm going to go with listen to people's first. But like, I would like people to know I don't judge them and I would then tell mine too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yes.
But I like listening. So I would probably listen first.
Right. Yeah, probably.
Hmm.
Although, like you, I'm like I overshare.
Yeah,
Like,
we're open books. Like we do it,
yeah,
regardless whether people want to hear it or not. We kind of just spill the shit, the beans.
right.
Yeah. Where,
All right.
what else? Anything?
Let,
No. No.
okay.
Is it a good
How
one?
about heels or barefoot?
I really like being barefoot. I really don't. I wear the heels when I'm out, but I would rather be barefoot. If I here's what I'm gonna say. If I was taller, I probably wouldn't wear heels.
Right.
But I'm not tall, and sometimes I feel like it just adds a little bit. Helps the air
Uh-huh.
carry a little bit. So I wear heels, and
Right.
I can because Jeff is like 6'2". What about you?
Yeah. Lately, definitely barefoot or like flats.
Right, like the sneakers. I love wearing the sneakers with the jeans that are in style.
Yeah, yeah. I was like so happy about that. I wear like a blazer and jeans
Yeah.
and sneakers to a party.
Right? And they have the sneakers that are like platforms, so it does give me a little like inch,
Like a little
you know?
boost.
Yeah, and I
Uh-huh.
love that. Love it.
Yeah.
I'll do that any day.
Well, here's what I think about all these things. And like one thing I like wanted to kind of just highlight is that like it depends. Like you don't have to be either or. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
you don't have to be like a tomboy or I'm only this,
You're right.
right? Like you could be both,
Yeah, you can combine everything.
right?
So growing up, I climbed trees all the time.
Yeah.
And I was just telling Marley and Gavin, her friend Gavin,
You
I
should
think
do like rock climbing.
I would totally do that.
They have a lot of those places.
Yeah,
You
they
should look into.
do. I feel like I grossed them out because I was telling them a story about when I was little and how I would climb trees and then I would find the locust bugs and it would
Uh-huh.
just be their shell because I don't know much about it, but I think they come out of their shell and the shell's left or something. And I would
Right.
like open the shell.
Really?
And Gavin and Marley are just looking at me like, what the fuck?
Like,
What is wrong with you? I'm like, I don't know. I was complete tomboy, but at
yeah.
the same time, now that I'm older, I like getting dressed up and being girly. So yeah, you totally can be both.
Yeah. I don't think like you have to be either or, and I think that's the one thing about being our age now that you can really embrace all of you.
Totally.
And like the both end. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
some days I'm like, dude, I just want to get dressed up. I want to like put on some makeup. I love getting ready. I love doing hair, like makeup, like, but
Yeah.
then some days I'm like, "Dude, I just want to do nothing, or I just don't want to.
Right. Do anything. You always do your eye makeup so good too. So I know when
Oh,
you want
thank you.
it. You do
Yeah, I
so
enjoy
good.
it. It's like an art thing.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It definitely can be. Yeah. You always do it good. Don't get me wrong. Yes. Same. I'm with you. So many
Right.
times, like, it's nice to get dressed up. It's nice to go out. and have an excuse to, like, and you know what, sometimes if you're feeling in the dumps, it makes you feel better too when you put on makeup and you do your hair and you're like, oh, all
Right,
right,
right.
not so bad.
Just like it depends, you know?
Yeah,
Everything depends.
totally. That's it.
Just gotta roll with it, be adaptable,
Hmm.
pivot
Yeah,
without
sometimes
losing your shit.
I need to work on that sometimes where it's a social event. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if I. And then I
Yeah,
always go, not always, I'm sorry. I always feel this way, I swear to God. And I'm sure other people do too. After you go, you're like, I'm so glad I went. I'm so glad I
right.
went. That was so much fun.
Yeah, I know. I feel like a lot of, because, our social, like our human connections are so important, but sometimes yeah, you have to push yourself to do it.
Yeah. Yes, there's times where you're like, I don't know, I could put my pajamas on and just like sit and, but once you get out there, it's like, for me, I'm always glad I did, you know. But
Yes,
I do tend to hide, and I'm just like, well, I'm just at the ranch, and then if something comes up, maybe. But
yes.
but I know it's good afterwards. It's a good feeling, like you said to me.
So
Yeah.
you're like, oh, I'm glad I did that kind of
Mm-hmm.
thing, you know?
Yeah, yeah, like yeah. Sometimes you just have to push yourself to do it, and then most of the time you're glad you did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Mm-hmm.
Totally. All
Whoop.
right. Well,
Yeah. All
we
right.
are, we have to go cook and clean
Yeah, we gotta
whatever
do
for
it.
children. I'm so
Yeah.
sick of trying to figure out what to eat. And
I'm
I'm just
so
like,
done. I'm like, all right, we're having raviolis. Like, I can't, you know.
yeah, I know. I know.
But
So
yeah,
any tipsy wisdom of the day that you can offer?
yes, please let us know any questions. Like, we would love to do that,
Yes,
to
we
answer
would
them,
love.
have conversations about that too, right?
Yeah, answer people's questions and, yeah, just start some conversations.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Yes.
All right, so
Yep.
cheers
Cheers.
to the full regime.
Cheers
Have
to
a
the
good
full
night,
regime.
everybody. We
Have a
got
good night, everybody.
to think of a slogan at the end.
Bye. Tits up.
Tits up. I love that. Tits up.
Tits up.
Yes,
Tito's.
right? Tito's.
Yes. Good night.
Good night.